So, if you ask most people what it takes to win at poker, you're probably going to hear one word: luck. But is that really the whole story? Honestly, while luck definitely plays a part in any single hand, long-term success has almost nothing to do with it. So if it's not just about getting lucky, what is the secret? Let's break down what really separates the casual player from the person who wins consistently. And this quote right here, it just nails it. Winning isn't about the cards you're dealt. It's about strategy, it's about psychology, and it's about really understanding the people sitting right across from you. It's all about playing the player, not just the cards in your hand. And that gets us to this core idea. When you sit down at a poker table, you're not just playing one game. Nope, you're actually playing two games at the exact same time. One of them is happening right there on the felt with the cards and chips. The other one, it's happening inside your head. And the key, the real key, is mastering both. And here you can see the two battlefields laid out. On one side, you've got the technical game, the cards, the math, the money. You could call this the science of poker. But on the other side, you've got the human game. That's your mind, your opponents, and even your physical health. That's the art of it all. So let's dive in and figure out how to conquer both, starting with the technical side. All right, first up, the technical game. Think of this as the foundation, the absolute bedrock of all your poker skills. This is the stuff you can measure, the math of it all. Before you can even dream of pulling off a legendary bluff, you have to master the science of the game. This is what stops you from making those rookie mistakes and just bleeding money. These right here are the non-negotiables. These basics have to be like breathing to you. Knowing your hand rankings instantly saves you so much mental energy. Understanding betting structures tells you how much you can afford to risk. And pot odds, that's what lets you make smart, calculated decisions instead of just guessing. Nailing these fundamentals is your first step to playing with real confidence. But all that confidence means nothing if you run out of cash. And here's a hard truth. You can be the best player at the table and still go completely broke. How? By having zero financial discipline. Smart bankroll management is your armor against a bad run of cards. It's what separates the pros who can ride out a downswing from the amateurs who lose it all in one bad night. The number one rule: never, ever chase your losses. That is a one-way ticket to an empty wallet. Okay, listen up, because this might be the most crucial part of the technical game. The pros never, ever stop learning. They are obsessed with reviewing their hands, the wins and the losses, to find any little leak in their strategy. They study other top players, they use software, they do the homework. The game is always changing, and if you're not changing with it, trust me, you're getting left behind. All right, so we've got our technical foundation built. Now let's jump over to that second battlefield, the human game. If the technical game is the engine of your car, the human game is the driver. This is where psychology, your emotions, and your intuition all come into play. You could have two players with the exact same technical skill, but the one who masters this inner battle, that's almost always the one who's raking in the pot. Just think about it for a second. Is it that super aggressive player to your left? A terrible run of cards? Well, the real answer is actually a lot closer to home. It's tilt. We've all been there. It's that moment when your emotions completely hijack your rational brain. You take a bad beat, you get angry, and suddenly you're making these wild, reckless plays just trying to win your money back. Learning to spot when you're tilting and how to shut it down is absolutely a non-negotiable skill. The best players stay cool and stick to their game plan, no matter what happens. And avoiding tilt comes from building a winning mindset, which really stands on these four pillars. It starts with patience, having the patience to fold hand after hand, waiting for the right moment. Then you need the discipline to stick to your strategy, even when you're on a losing streak. That's all fueled by emotional control, the power to take a bad beat and not spiral. And what holds it all together? Intense focus on everyone at the table, not just your own two cards. Now, this might seem kind of obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook it. A long poker session isn't a sprint, it's a mental marathon. Getting good sleep, eating well, getting some exercise, that stuff directly translates into better focus and sharper decisions late at night. When your opponents are getting tired, cranky, and sloppy, you'll still be playing your A game. That's a huge edge. So, we've got the technical game and we've got the human game, but just knowing about them separately isn't enough. The real magic, the thing that gives a pro their edge, is the ability to weave them together. It's using your technical knowledge to exploit someone's human weakness and using your reads on people to inform your technical decisions. And you can really see the difference in mindset right here. The amateur is just sitting there hoping for good cards. The pro is actively trying to create good situations. The amateur gets mad about their losses and blames bad luck. The pro goes back and analyzes their mistakes to figure out how to get better. The amateur plays the same way every single time, while the pro is like a chameleon, constantly adapting. And look, becoming that pro isn't something you do alone in a vacuum. The best players are always leaning on their community. They join study groups to talk through tricky hands, they find mentors to guide them, and they're always setting new, clear goals to keep pushing themselves forward. They get that you improve the fastest when you're learning from other people. So, where does that leave us? What does all this mean for you on your own road to success? We've talked about the technical skills, we've talked about the human element. Let's bring it all home and lock in the single biggest takeaway. The path to becoming a winning player is tough, for sure, but it is absolutely built on these principles. So if you remember one thing from all this, let it be this. Long-term success is not about some magic trick. It's a blend. It's about combining everything we've talked about. It's mastering the math of the technical game while also conquering the psychology of the human game. And at the end of the day, it's about knowing the odds, sure, but it's also about knowing yourself and knowing your opponents. Ultimately, your success at the poker table is just a reflection of the work you put in away from it. It's a journey of nonstop learning and self-mastery. So the real question isn't just, are you ready to play poker? It's, are you ready to play both games?
Start a live chat now to join one of our clubs or ask us any questions. Message at BluffingMonkeys24_7 on Telegram or visit bluffingmonkeys.com and start a live chat.